lottery tickets, are they a poor man's dream or a poor man's tax? When I first started to mature in life and towards my later 20s, I remember turning on the AM radio driving home from a day trip down the shore. And on the AM radio was a guy called Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey is a well-known guy. Started, I believe, like on AM radio, and now he's got his own app, and he's on iHeartRadio. And Dave Ramsey is a guy who teaches financial literacy or financial. He basically is a guy who gives financial advice. His core message is live below your means, save up money. Don't do risky things. I'm saying all that to say one of the things that I heard him say. I've always heard it hinted, but I never heard somebody say it like this. Is he always preached a message of a lottery ticket is a tax on poor people. Now, I think that's a little bit harsh. I understand where he's coming from. I think he's right in many aspects of it. But as I mature, he comes across harsh when he says certain things. And it's easy for him. He's a rich prick. He's probably, top 1% guy. And when you make it that much, even though he made it come from nothing and he claimed bankruptcy and all that stuff, when you get that high up, even me, I've learned, when I've been real high up, you tend to look down on people. A little bit. Not in a malicious way, not in an evil way, but you tend to say, oh, I figured it out, you can figure it out too. Don't do that, don't do that. But when you're caught in a storm, and when you're behind the 8 ball in life, sometimes you feel like your only way out is to throw up a desperation 3-pointer. You feel like financially the only way out is to throw a Hail Mary pass and pray that someone catches it in the end zone. So for people that teach financial advice or whatever it may be, people such as Dave Ramsey or whoever, you have to remember that feeling of drowning when you were in debt. Now, to their point, and to what I've been through in life, throwing a Hail Mary pass is not going to get you out of a drowning situation. It's not going to get you out of being behind 2 touchdowns with 1 minute left. And even if you did make that Hail Mary pass, it would teach you a habit of keep throwing the Hail Mary pass and do too many risky things, and it would just feed off itself, and it would lead you to a dark place financially. So I disagree with how Dave Ramsey and some other people bark at you and say, oh, the lottery is a tax on the poor man. Anybody who plays the lottery is a fool, and they deserve to be poor, is basically what they hint at. I disagree with that. I disagree with that tone. But I don't begrudge Dave Ramsey or anybody, because even me, sometimes when I'm passionate and I'm bold, that I come across that way to others. So, but I want to say that if you're in a financial hole, I've been there. I don't judge you, and I can totally understand and appreciate people that want to play the lottery as a hopeful way, a dream way out of their tough financial situation. And it provides some excitement in life. It's a form of entertainment, right? I appreciate that. I've done that. I've done gambling. I've done stock trading. I've done other things. So I have to be fair in my evaluation. So I want to always start the conversation, or I want to always frame conversations in a spirit of compassion. Because if you frame a conversation any other way, you may still get your message out there, but it's not the way I want to try to do things. That being said, the lottery tickets, the scratch-off tickets, all that stuff is pretty much a tax on middle and lower class people, and mainly lower class people. And when I say middle and lower class people, I'm not talking about the class of people as far as their integrity. I'm talking about their financial class, okay? So in America, you have, the rich, above, the wealthy class, you have the middle class, and then you have the lower class people, as far as from a financial standpoint, not as far as from their integrity, okay? Because you can make, minimum wage and be upper class as far as the person of who you are. So don't ever let financial class define you. That being said, if you want to grow in the financial aspect, you need to understand that gambling is an addictive behavior, and lottery tickets are included. I've seen people spend a lot of money on scratch-offs. Sometimes, playing the Powerball and stuff too, but on scratch-offs. I've done it before. I actually knew somebody that hit a win for life, and then I thought I could hit, and nothing like I would gamble my rent money away or gamble my mortgage money away, but I would spend a lot of money on lottery tickets that the odds of them winning are just very bad, very, very bad. And if you win, you just want to keep winning. You use that as it becomes a habit. So, and really it is just a tax. The lottery system is a government-run system. And in the last thing I could find on record was in 2014, the government made $70 billion. That's billion with a B, from regular people. And that $70 billion in revenue and money came from mainly middle and lower class people, and mainly lower class people. And again, those class of people in the financial aspect of speaking, not in the integrity aspect of speaking. So basically, government just took money from middle and lower class people. And they willingly gave the government that. And a lot of these same people will vote for a president based on if he'll cut taxes. But they'll willingly play lottery based on an absurd actual statistical chance of them winning, but just to have a hope. So in one aspect too, I mean, I have to be fair. When you're down and out and you're in the dumps and you need a 3-pointer to win the game and you need a Hail Mary pass to get back in the game, sometimes having hope is better than not having hope. So I don't want to totally begrudge people that play, right? Because if you're so far behind the 8 ball in life, having hope is better than not having hope. So I can see both sides of the argument. And I can see those right? I gave you basically both extremes. People will say lottery is a tax on citizens, mainly middle and lower class earning citizens. And people that say, it's $1 in a dream, might as well have a dream. Those are the two basically extremes. And the people in the middle kind of say, well, if a person can do it for once in a while for entertainment, so be it. But it goes back to the aspect of, hey, if you can eat pizza once in a while and not be overweight, do it. But, sugar and salt are addictive properties, and so, can you eat one potato chip? Chances are you can't, because it's that good. So can you play one lottery scratch off per week? Maybe. But for the majority, for the average person, no. They'll become addicted to it. And it'll be unhealthy financial behavior. And it'll have a mindset of unhealthy financial behaviors. That being said, I have to be fair. I've done all those things, so I'm not judging. I'm just shedding light on the conversation. And I want to be specific. Lottery are government-run programs, and people willingly play the statistically very almost impossible chance of winning just for the, basically, I think some statistics are, you have a better chance of getting hit by lightning twice in your lifetime in the same exact spot in this earth than you do winning the lottery. But yet people play it. So your chances are astronomical, but people do it for whatever reason, because just the idea of having financial freedom is hugely appealing. And I get that. I mean, that's why I downsized my life. So I live almost an extreme life. I don't want to judge people who play the lottery, just like I don't want people to judge me for living out of my car. So again, I have to have a conversation and compassion. And again, it all comes down to in life, if you are not bringing harm upon anybody, you have to do you. And then the final thing is, I want to touch on this lottery pools in work. Now, I'm not going to be I don't want to begrudge it, because I still do it, but I will only do it up to a certain dollar amount. And I don't want to be the guy who's in charge of getting the money from everybody, making photocopies of it, and sending it out. That being said, I don't want to miss out if we hit $1 billion, so I'll give $1, $2 max, but on a once-in-a-while basis, not on a recurring every day or every week basis. But these are my general thoughts. I was really thinking, do I want to do a really provocative video and be really just blunt? And if I was inspired to do it, I would do it. But I always want to give a fair evaluation, an honest and genuine perspective. And to do so, the spirit inside me, the Holy Spirit just said, do a calm conversation about this subject to spread light on it. And many people already know. But I have to be fair to all people. I still participate in when there's some pools and stuff like that, but I've seen people, addicted to these things. And even if they're not addicted to it, again, the odds of you winning are very low. It's basically money you're giving to the government, and a lot of these same people don't like giving the money government, so it's like a hypocrisy. But to be fair, at the end of the day, we all have hypocrisy in life, including myself. I'm a hypocrite in certain areas sometimes. I mean, we're all human. these are my general thoughts on the lottery. To some people, the lottery is $1 and a dream. It's hope when you are financially behind the 8 ball. It's hope when you're down 2 touchdowns and you need a Hail Mary to get back in the game. It's hope when you're down with a minute left on the clock and you need a 3-pointer. For other people, in another person's perspective, it is a tax on the poor man. It is the government manipulating people to get more revenue from them and to subsidize other things the government wants to do. You have to decide for you. Because at the essence, my channel is based on I want you to be you. I don't want anybody, including me, to judge each other. As long as you aren't bringing harm to anybody, do you. You want to play the lottery every day? Do you. You want to get a scratch off every day? Do you. And don't let anybody, including me, judge you. And sometimes if we have an office pool, I'll participate. I just don't want to do all the work behind it. But I want to share that. And whatever you decide to do, good luck, right? Because if I do hit $1 billion in a lottery, I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to make a video saying I hate the lottery. So all things considered, do you and be you and stay inspired.